What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Bennett, back here and again, as I say, and welcome back to another installment of the All About It podcast. That's right, we are still that. Still a podcast, still coming in hot every Tuesday morning. We are morning people. In fact, we are, I was going to say filming. There is no film. We are shooting and editing and whatever this on a... what day is today? Today is Sunday. It's your mother's birthday. And who am I even talking to? It's Arielle. Okay.
My mom had a birthday. By the time they see this, it will have come and gone.
Right. So it's...
My sis and I are going to go decorate the backyard. You,
Scooby-Doo. You are going to decorate your mother's house for birthday celebration. It is a surprise, but cat's out of the bag. Sorry, Carol. And then what's interesting is, it's just my birthday earlier in the month. I turned 33 on April the 7th.
Yes, you did.
It was a great day. I'm wearing a gift right here that I'm wearing. I don't know if the...
From number one All About It podcast fan, Sister Beesh,
right,
a.k.a. Draft and Ink.
So for the listening audience at home, or wherever you might be listening, my sister-in-law, she provided me with this T-shirt.
Do you want to explain
and I think
to the listening?
The T stands for terrific.
Okay, why don't you explain it to people who are listening at home?
Okay, so there was an episode a certain number of weeks ago where we were talking about catchphrases, slogans.
All about our favorite expression. No. It was the Fly on the Wall episode.
I think it was the Fly on the Wall episode, one of my personal favorites. Still waiting for Clay Aiken to reach out to us. I think that we could get a good thing going. So anyway, full disclosure, on that episode, we were talking about finger licking good as an expression or slogan for Kentucky Fried Chicken. Chickum. And I had made the comment, what Bargles Man 5000 back here and again, what I tend to do is I take an expression, I take it to take it to an area that no one asked. And I took it there. I said finger licking good must be queth then a finger licking bad. And
you literally said, I want a t-shirt with
a
badass chicken with a leather jacket smoking a cigarette, and it says finger licking bad on it. And my sister literally took that and made him a shirt that says it. You'd have to tune into our
finger licking bad.
You got to tune into our YouTube video to really get the full effect. We are.
You want one of your own? Too bad.
We're All About It podcast on YouTube, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about.
Right, so I just approached the camera and I just displayed very much my torso, which illustrates the...
and everyone's blessed because of it.
The topic with which we are discussing presently. So I'm very happy with this shirt. That was me, birthday gift of the past, leading into birthday of future. That's mother. That's also Arielle.
Oh.
By the time this airs, you will be 32.
Oh, we made reservations for dinner. I'm happy. Okay.
There you go.
So, shall I review thine week,
please,
sire?
Do. Please.
Sire? Squire?
Yes.
Mom?
Mom?
Mommy?
Yep.
Sorry. Okay. Week in review.
Okay.
By Arielle.
God. What's the date? Do you have the date and time? What period is this?
19 September 22. Okay.
Oh no, I meant like this is third period math class. Like,
that would not be my class.
In the corner, you put your name in the corner.
Oh yeah.
I'd fail any class I ever had if I had to retake it right now. I'd fail every class I'd ever taken.
The fact that I am sitting here as an adult with an income shocks me. Okay, listen. Yesterday at Trader Joe's, I was in line. Listen, this is a story now. Saddle up for story time, people. Are you ready for this? Arielle's telling a story. I was at Trader Joe's yesterday, and I was in line getting a bunch of snacks and treats for our little backyard birthday party today. And
so coy.
So funny. And everything's funny. And the lady behind me was commenting on a few of my items, saying like, oh, that's so good. Oh, what a great what a great haul you have, blah, blah, blah. And then the lady behind the counter was like, oh, have you tried the pickle potato chips? And I said, no, but I keep seeing them circulate online and I keep hearing about them. And I was like, should I get them? I feel like my mom would love to try those. And so would I, and so would Sister Beesh. And so the lady behind me in line that was waiting to get checked out.
Awaiting?
Went to the snack aisle and brought me back a bag of the pickled potato chips and gave it to the cashier.
Wow.
And I was like, thank you, ma'am. That made my weekend. I didn't say ma'am. I didn't say that.
Did you say thank you?
Yes, I did. I did say
thank you. And you did say it made your week?
I did say it. I said this made my weekend. That was so cute and nice. Thank you. And then the cashier like whispered to the guy that was bagging the stuff for me. And she goes, hey, will you go grab a bag of the pickled potato chips for the lady that's next in line? And then as I'm leaving, I hear her say to the lady that got me the chips, you're just so great. We just wanted to give you something.
Whoa. Wait. Hold the front door.
So if you want something for free at Trader Joe's, just grab something for someone that's getting rung up.
I smell a nice little scam here. If we want
right?
to get some...
No, she was very genuine.
Oh, you just gotta try these mac and cheese balls.
No, because the lady that was my cashier brought up the pickled potato chips. The lady that got them for me did not. So she didn't know it was going to happen.
And at present moment, have you tried these chips?
No.
Okay.
We have yet to.
I mean,
did I tell that story okay? Did that make sense?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Hey, did you like Arielle's story? Let us know in the comment section below.
Oh my God.
Can you do with more stories? Let us know. You want less stories? Email us allaboutapodcast@gmail.com. We
might check it.
We take episode requests, but we also take, what's the opposite of a request? Like when someone says don't. We'll take that too.
Someone just telling us that we're horrible.
I think that would be so much more meaningful than just a thumbs down. You know, like if you want to give a thumbs down, I think that a thumbs down is really just a thumbs up, but you got to kind of...
I think thumbs down are funny, but I think that thumbs up are funnier. So if you want to be more funny, I guess you would give a thumbs up.
Right. I wish I could do both. Like you could do them both, but you can only, it's like you either like it or you don't.
Right.
People aren't allowed to be conflicted.
Right. No, they're not. They're not allowed to like it and dislike it.
What if I like it, but I also don't like it?
They're only allowed to hate us or love us. Which is very fitting of this show.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
My next update. Is that for all my ladies out there, really quick, so that Bargles doesn't fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
I got stick-on nails, nail gels, stick-on gels that are customizable. It's called Manny Me. I don't get commission. I love them. You should buy them. I am not kidding.
Are they just for women's?
I mean, guys can wear them too.
Oh, cool.
I just thought that, I don't know. Anyway, you know what I mean. Anyway, 100%. Try them out. I've never been happier. Anyway.
Wow.
I got a haircut.
Yes. The viewing audience is viewing it.
I
the
love
listening
Amanda.
Audience is listening to it.
Amanda at the Collective in Carlsbad. She knows how much I love her. And she's having a baby. Baby boy.
Baby boy, you stay on my mind, fulfill my fantasy. Right.
And I got a new desk, which can be found in detail in my latest YouTube video.
Wow, is that available for people's viewing pleasure?
Sure is.
Wow.
Sure is.
Wow, you are just a go-get-it.
Thank you, Bargles.
You go get it. You got all the YouTube content out there that anyone could ever want.
Can I say what happened last night with my video?
What happened?
When I got sad.
Oh, I mean, go for it.
I exported it, and I've been exporting it at maximum quality, like trying to get it to look as good as it can. And something went wrong. I watched it 3 times before I exported it. Maybe not 3 times. Maybe twice. Skimmed through it once again. And there were picture overlays at one point in the video. And at one point, they got shifted to another part of the video. So I'm in the kitchen making dinner, talking about what I'm making, and these pictures pop up that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. They're supposed to be at a different time in the video. And I had already uploaded it to YouTube.
Oh, no. You gotta be shifting me.
Not that a bunch of people watch my videos, but, like, it was just... I had to re-export, re-upload, and then by the time it was uploaded, it was, like, kind of late at night, and it bothered me, and it was one of those moments where, like, I felt frustrated with, like, other things going on around me, and then that thing set me off, and I cried a little bit.
Kind of one of those Dane Cook, like,
yeah.
I did my best.
You cry in the mirror, and you say, I did my best, and then you keep thinking about more sad things that make you want to cry harder. Okay. And then Bargles came over, and he gave me a hug, and he was, like, being really cute. Okay. I'm ready.
That is not true at all, that last part. Like, you just slipped that in there to make me sound a certain way.
That's what she said.
Oh, so I was sad, and we have a good relationship. My husband came and comforted me in my time of need. That's not what happened at all. I literally remember saying that I was, like, drinking, and I was like, yeah, get over it. You should have exported it better. That's what I said.
No, here's what happened.
Like, why don't you let me watch it first so you don't mess up?
I am?
I said something like that.
Let me say what happened. You were like, at first you were like, oh, geez, babe, that, you gotta watch it or something. And I was like, I watched it. I wasn't hysterical or anything. And Bargles is sitting over at his desk, and and I'm just venting to him, and I'm like, all this stuff, and I feel this way, and this happened, and this is going on, and this is frustrating. And then you go, do you want this to be a listening conversation or a talking conversation? And then I kept going. I didn't even really respond to you, and I kept going, and you were like, I'm gonna ask you again. Do you want this to be a listening conversation or a talking one? And I was like, I don't know. I guess I want to hear what you have to say. And
no, you don't.
Yeah, well, no, I did, and you did. You talked to me,
That's
and funny. You kind of brought me back down, and it was fine.
I prefaced...
And then later, you did come up and hug me and rub my back, and...
I prefaced before... I wouldn't just come out and say, is this a listening conversation?
No, you said other stuff.
I prefaced by saying, like, what I'm about to say could potentially come across as being insensitive. So this is my preface to diffuse the potential insensitivity of this remark. So I'm acknowledging that it could be unsympathetic or lacking of sympathy to say, is this a talking talk or is this a listening talk? Okay, I get it. But at the same time, I was trying to, Saturday night, is this a listening talk or a talking talk? I just want to know which bullets to put into my ammunition.
I don't like guns. So anyway, I had that moment. I just wanted to share because...
Worth it.
Yeah, there you go.
You are
the intro to that video alone. Even if you only want to spend 20 seconds watching my video, just watch the first 20 seconds.
What's in the box? I have a good cameo on this.
Oh, yeah. Bargles brought it this week.
Yeah,
he was not messing around.
I built furniture. I wore hats backwards.
You straightened your hair.
I did. Well, don't
spoil it.
Don't want to spoil it too much.
Okay.
It gets a little wacky, is what she's saying.
That's it from me.
Arielle V channel.
That's it from me.
Well, I really appreciate you reviewing the week because I don't do that. I don't do it. You do it, and well,
some people are above reviewing the week.
As above, so below, as they say. So, customarily, all about a podcast. Here we go. Maybe back here again. Wife Arielle. We talk about this, talk about that. And at some point, so we'll review the week. And then, of course, we have to disclose to our dear viewer and listener what today's episode is all about. Oh, go on.
Oh,
did you have something?
Were you done introducing me? Gonna say the episode.
I don't know. I'm perpetually never done. I'm always.
Okay, Bargles, you finish what you were gonna say.
I'm always just about.
Go ahead.
I'm just around the river bend. Okay, I'm always just around the corner.
The shore.
What was that stomach? Was that gurgle? The gurgle said something? Okay. I think that my stomach was trying to say that it's okay to move on with
okay.
why don't you go ahead then and tell me what, if any, do we even have one today? Yeah, please. What is this? Arrest me now, jailer. Put me in jail. Put me in jail. Oh, handcuff me. I'm a criminal.
Hey, do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You are a crime
You're crying.
Yeah, me too.
You're crying.
You're criming.
No, this is the hands emoji like this.
No, that's like okay. Arrest me now. Police Commissioner Gordon, please.
Gordon. Oh, that's from Joker. That's from Batman Rises.
That's right. Batman Rises.
Dark Knight.
That's right.
Okay. Today's episode is all about life at tough ages.
Man.
30, flirty, and thriving. Just kidding.
Is that something that you can put on a piece of wood
If you
and hang it in our kitchen? Maybe like do some like wood burning that's like wine o'clock or something. You know?
I can't speak. Oh my god.
Don't speak.
Don't speak. Okay. Bargles, why don't you tip us off? I mean, start us off.
Just a tip,
What is tip
just
off?
to see. A tip off is basketball.
Okay.
When they jump ball. You need to wipe away some of those
I
tears,
know.
I think.
Why
Do you need a moment?
No, go
Do you
ahead.
need a tissue for your issue?
Go a frickin' head.
So, really the basis for today's episode was an episode of The Chappelle Show. Really, that's kind of where I received some inspiration vis-a-vis The Chappelle Show. He had an episode called The 3 Daves, where he kind of took a snapshot of his own life.
Right.
At the point of this show, he was 30 or 31, something right around there. So similar age to where we are now. Presently, we're a little older. And he looks back at life at the ages 18, 24, and 30. And, what he was doing, who he was as a person, what he was kind of interested in, the style or the music.
Right.
And so I liked that idea, and I started getting very like nuanced about life at 18. And my memory is shot.
Oh, mine's not. I'll have points to bring up.
Great. My memory is so bad that I really can't trust myself. I can't trust the memory that I have of myself at 18, of what I wanted to achieve, of how badly I really wanted it.
Right.
But after so I put down a couple questions that I wanted to ask you.
Okay, go ahead.
From the lens of being an 18-year-old, not in
Lens?
general, but like you, 18, you, 24, and 30.
Okay.
And I have some ideas as well to share.
Okay,
But
and I have questions for you.
Sure. But these are the three main questions
Okay.
for these different stages of life. And I thought we could maybe kind of just peer through these questions age by age.
Okay.
The questions are, what the hell were you doing with your life?
Mm-hmm.
Rate your overall happiness.
Okay.
And what were your expectations of your life 6 years into the future?
So you want me to start at 18?
Yeah, so from the age of 18, you're an adult now. You are, people are going to college. Some people are going to college. Some people aren't. Some people are going into their first jobs. They're getting their own apartment. They're just getting that first touch and taste of independence. I know you moved out of the house at 18.
Yeah.
I moved out of the house at 18.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you doing with yourself at 18?
Okay, so it started out when I turned 18 in April of 2007.
Wow. Okay.
It
Quick math.
started... No, I just know the year I graduated. That makes more sense to me than doing math. Turned 18, was working at Gap Outlet, quit Gap Outlet, graduated, was long distance relationshiping with Bargles, and then I moved to Seattle to go to Art Institute, and promptly 1 week later, Bargles kind of put the kibosh on our relationship after I moved. So the thing I remember the most was just being nervous and really, really, really sad. That was 18.
Wow.
Nervous because I was going into school and living on my own for the first time in an apartment with 3 strangers, and my boyfriend had just broke up with me.
So,
Yeah.
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Very, very well then. Okay. What can I add to that?
Do you have a rebuttal? Do you want to talk about
No, I don't. I'm not about. There's no rebuttal to life.
What you were thinking at that time?
You know, what I was thinking when I was 18 is different than when you were 18.
Yeah, of course.
So
we're different people.
Well, yeah. So when you were 18, your boyfriend's breaking up with you. Bargles is breaking up with you. Bargles at this point is 19. I'm in my first year of college. You're still in high school. Mm-hmm. Right? Or are we then?
No,
it
would have
been now I'm in my second year of college, and you're in your first year of college, right? But at 18, for me, I wasn't. I was in my first year of school. I went to your prom.
Yeah.
When I was 18.
Yeah.
So there was, a lot of topsy-turvy stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything with my life. To answer the question, what was I doing with my life? I thought that I was getting an education.
Yeah.
I thought that I was going to college to make something of myself.
Yeah.
That was as alleged. That's
yeah,
allegedly not true.
Right. Suspect.
Very sus.
Very suspect.
How about rating your overall happiness? You said you were generally unhappy. So on a scale of 1 to 10.
Excited at some points, like very, very, very roller coaster. Let's just put it that way. On a scale of 1 to 10?
1 to 10, happiness rating. Do you want me to go first? If I can pretend like I know at the age of 33 now how happy I was at 18 in general, I would say I'd give myself a retroactive 5.
I was going to say 6.
I'd give myself a 5.
Because I'm generally more excited than you in general.
Especially maybe back then.
Yeah.
I was still kind of cracking open.
I was very excited about going to school, and I was feeling very ambitious about my career. Although at the time I didn't realize it. I didn't really comprehend what ambitious meant.
What were your expectations for life or yourself or whatever when you were 18?
I don't think I had any.
Looking the next 6 years down the line. 6 years is a big chunk of time.
No, I don't think I had any. I really don't. I didn't know what to expect. Because I didn't know what to expect from school.
Right.
So
you're living a metaphorical paycheck to paycheck, like moment to moment, experience to experience, class to class. Like everything is very what's going on this week is really all I got going on. I
got a job at the World Market in downtown Seattle.
Wow.
Excuse me. The one right by Pike Place. Very urban.
Wow.
Very scary.
You working for them with some some weird foreshadow of
full circle
things to come.
Our first bigger store that the prints are in.
Right. Okay. Well, that's 18. Mm-hmm. Why don't we then take a quick hop, skip, jump to the age of 24, which I prefer 24 to 18. Right away.
Me too.
Right away, I already feel better just thinking about it, talking about it. I feel maybe because my memory's a little bit better. It's a little closer to now. Mm-hmm. It was only but how many years ago? Quick math. 7, 8, 6, 7, 6, 10, 9. 7. Mm-hmm. 9 for me, 9 years. Wow. That's trippy. Mm-hmm. 9 years ago, I was 24. Wow. Ugh. Anyway. 24. What were you doing? How happy were you? What were your expectations? Life expectations. These questions now have more weight at 24 than they do at 18?
I think so.
It's more important to know what you're doing with your life at 24 than 18. 18 is
How many years ago did you say it was?
For me, 9.
That's when we moved into this apartment.
Yes.
I guess for you, for me, it was.
Yeah, we had within a year-ish of that, we moved into this apartment that we're in right now.
That makes me feel
We're not talking about now. We're talking about when we moved in. When we moved in,
we were freaking stoked because we thought
Cloud 9.
We thought we were getting kicked out of our old place.
Right.
Excuse me. And we moved in here not knowing what to expect, new neighbors. It's different. We were still in the same neighborhood, but it's a little bit different. And wouldn't you know, it all worked out. And at that time, we were we weren't as close with our neighbors as we are now, but everyone was so welcoming and
Oh yeah, we were really
fine.
we've been very lucky the last
Yeah.
11 years with our neighbors. They've been really great.
Yeah.
So what were we doing
I was
at
freelancing.
24 years old?
I was freelancing. I think I had just barely gone full time.
Doing like you were doing
Photography.
portrait sessions,
Weddings.
you were doing weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were doing a lot of like action
baby
photography.
shoots, anything.
You got invited, was that probably a couple years after doing like the hydroplane races or
That was while I was going to Art Institute.
Right. Okay. So cuz you went and you were doing like these little gigs when you were in school, and then when you graduated you were working for God, who was that? A couple jobs.
I did
24-hour
24-hour
fitness.
fitness kids club, and then from that kind of branched out into independent babysitting jobs because the kids at the kids club liked me, and they'd be like, "Mom, I want her to watch me at home," and so I would go do that. And I had a few concrete babysitting clients. I had
I remember.
3 girls, the 1 boy, and then my 2 boys that I had a gig every Monday watching them while I was freelancing.
And those kids are not kids anymore, are they? They're probably like they're going to college now and
They're
stuff.
probably taller than me.
Oh my.
College, no.
That's trip. High school at least.
Yeah.
Well, at 24, how happy? Scale of 1 to 10, you said you were a 6 out of 10 when you were 18 years old. When you look back at 18, you're like, I was a 6 out of 10 happy.
I would say that it was the same, but in a different kind of way. More focused on job and financials. I was getting a little bit of help when I was 18. But then as I kind of got into 19, it kind of, like, obviously, that can't happen forever.
Right.
So
I would give myself an extra 2 points. I'd go from a 5 to a 7 for my happiness scale at 24. I just don't believe in scoring anything at 10.
No.
And I'd like to think that right now I give myself a 9 because I believe in.
Don't spoil it.
I know it's kind of a spoil. So I have to retroactively like go back and be like, life was somehow worse than it is now, because it was. Didn't have as much money, didn't have as much self-confidence, didn't see the bigger future picture, which gives me so much satisfaction and joy in my present. Whereas before, when I was 18, I was living so much more in not the present moment. I was living in the past of like coulda, woulda, shoulda, like unhappy with what choices or whatever. And then simultaneously not doing things in the present to inspire your future. So at 18, although I was going to college, I didn't know what for.
Right.
I didn't know why for I was going there. I didn't know. I was like, I'm here. I'm learning. I'm studying this.
This is what I'm supposed to do.
Studying that. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Meeting lifetime friends that I'll cherish forever. The experiences are great. I mean, had a lot of fun. But having fun doesn't always equate to happiness.
Right, I agree.
Especially looking in the past, I think like, well, how happy was I? Well, I had a lot of fun and I had friends and went to parties and I was learning and studying and but I think because I didn't have the real direction, I was kind of like struggling.
Right.
I was struggling to be happy, confident in the moment, in the present, because I was like worried about, oh man, I didn't get into this class I wanted, or I was finding reasons to like delay being happy, to put it off.
Right.
And like now at this stage of my life, I don't believe in that. But we're at 24. 24 expectations for the next 6 years.
Right.
Marriage, kids, home ownership. Where was the sliding scale of like some of these really big things for you? For both of us, but for you in particular, when you were 24, you probably wanted these things, but what,
I had no expectations of buying a house that early on, or like I didn't know when that would happen.
Did you ever think you would? Like at 24, did you
yeah,
think like,
I thought I would
will
eventually
own a house one day?
Eventually.
Wow.
I just didn't know when.
I didn't.
Yeah, I just always, that's just one of those things for me. It's just in my head.
You've always thought, I'm gonna own a home.
Yeah.
All right.
And it doesn't make any sense because I was paycheck to paycheck with no savings, nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
I think that's where I was coming from is at 24, I was working concrete and I was making good money, but wasn't really saving money, wasn't investing.
No.
I was kind of we were just buying
Whatever.
stuff and
going on trips,
having lots of fun.
Just using everything that we made, basically.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. Yeah. Everyone's on their own journey.
Well, why don't we take another quick jump? We talked about 18. Sounds like 18 was confused. Sounds like 18 was uncertain of what it was doing while it was doing it, but was having some fun. 24 becomes a little bit more self-assured, a little bit more adulty. You're talking about work now. You're talking about the transition of taking school to work, taking things more seriously. We're making more money. We're in this place that we're in right now.
Oh my God!
Drives me up
help!
But then what happens is you turn 30. And whether or not you want to be an adult, you are now. I mean, people are adult when they're 18.
A lot happened for both of us from 26 to 30, 24 to 30.
I'd agree. That was a bigger chunk of change and this and that. Like, even though we've stayed in the same spot from 18 to 24, we moved probably 6 times. You know what I mean? Like, this living arrangement, living in Olympia, Washington, in Seattle, in a couple different areas. You know what I mean? Moving to California. A lot of things happened during that chunker. But
this is my 6th. Being here is my 6th move since 18.
There you go. So now being 30, those questions need answers. That's kind of the pressing thing, right? Like, what are you doing with yourself? How happy are you? And what are your plans and expectations for the next 6 years? If you're 30 years old and you don't consider those questions relevant, that's probably the biggest difference for me. Come to think of it, is like at 18, couldn't care less. Those questions will figure themselves out. 24, you're starting to lean into those kind of questions more. And then at 30, it's like you probably need to know what you're doing with your life. Have some sort of goal, career, expectation that's bigger, dreams. It doesn't have to be like work. It can be anything. Passions or hobbies, whatever, but or just some like a thing you want. I want a Tesla.
Right.
That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with a material good. I want to be a professional gamer. You want something.
Are these your secret things?
No, I'm just saying I actually don't want to be a pro gamer, and I don't necessarily want a Tesla.
Me either.
But I wouldn't spit on one.
Right, me either.
But
I respect them.
So what are you doing with your life? 30 years old. You're 32 at the time of this airing. So, what are you doing?
My birthday's tomorrow, and I think about how many insanely cool birthdays I've had and experienced.
Oh, yeah. Your 30th birthday was celebrated in
Paris. With, my best friend, whose birthday's the day after mine. We went to Paris and London, and I literally saw the Mona Lisa and, danced in front of the Eiffel Tower on my 30th birthday. And sat on the river and ate a baguette with cheese I'll never have again.
I mean, you could get it again. Some raclette.
So, with that being said, feel like 24 to 30 was so transformative in terms of what I learned from certain experiences, certain relationships in my life. There's so many things I learned about myself, and I think I've learned to respect myself more. I don't know. It's
treat yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, and not be so freaking hard on myself all the time.
It takes a long time to figure all that out. I mean, I think it'll always be like a work in progress.
Yeah. But at the time, so work-wise, let's see, 30, the print shop was definitely up and running. I had dreams of mobile presets on my mind I have other goals that still haven't happened yet that I was thinking about at the time. I definitely wanted to be doing YouTube and I wasn't, and now I am, and so that makes me really happy. And, you know, doing that life game with you, bub.
Can you rate your overall happiness at the age of 30?
9.
9?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 6.
Extremely lucky.
So you went 6 to 7 to 9.
Yeah.
From these
No.
here.
I stayed at 6 for 24.
6, 6, 9.
Just it was in a different form of happiness for me.
Expectations for the next 6 years.
House, family.
Simple.
Yeah, very simple.
Very cut and dry. Looking back, it's hard to put yourself in the headspace of someone that's not you. You're not you anymore. Like you at 18 and you now are two completely different women.
Yeah, and I don't put any expectations on work because it's an ever-changing landscape, and I don't have any big lofty feelings about the way that things are right now versus what it could turn into. I'm kind of up for anything. You kind of have to be fluid with what we do.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be a solid.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be a solid.
A gas would be good.
Yeah, gas. Well, we are. We certainly are.
Gaseous.
I heard you from inside the shower today.
You heard me? Do what? Are you? What?
Can't even say.
Okay. You heard me.
You're.
So you were in the shower, or was I in the shower?
I was in the shower.
Oh.
You were in the bed waking up, and I heard your baritone section sound off. That's all I'm gonna say. From the shower, with the noise of the shower.
You know, I've been studying the late great Herbie Hancock, and something that Herbie was fully loaded. And the thing about Herbie Hancock, and also what's that? Was it Louis Armstrong?
The Wonderful World.
That was really good.
That was horrid.
That was pretty good.
That was throw up in my mouth.
It's a possible world. Okay. So how's this? I'm going to break the rules. Because that's what we do here at the All About It podcast is we
Bargles?
We make the rules and we
break them.
break the rules. Why don't we just take 1 minute, flashcard style?
Okay.
What are you doing in your life? Can you rate your happiness? What are your expectations for the next 6 years? But you are 36 years old. You're now looking. We took time looking in the past. Full disclosure.
So I already have 2 years on it.
Weren't very good at it. We basically were like, I was so sad and I didn't know what I was doing. But now I do. It's like, why don't you?
No, I don't.
Okay, fine. But
I don't know.
What about you're 36 now? That's my brother's age. My brother's 36. He's gonna turn 37. Happy birthday, bro! He'll turn 37 next month. Which is great. I love having an older brother that's 4 years older because it always makes me feel 4 years younger. Right. Forever. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Can't do anything about it.
Bargles wins. Sorry, Evan.
Yeah, well, he'll always be more attractive and wealthier.
Yeah.
But every other category, maybe not every other, but there's certainly some categories that I win. And if you're not winning, then you're losing. So at the age of 36, what are you doing with your life?
Probably.
Just more.
It's probably going to be more of the same, but things added on. For sure.
Overall happiness rating?
Probably 9.
Probably a 9. And what are your expectations for the next 6 years? You are, as of 33, our neighbor Jesse was sharing with me, that's when you are in your mid-30s.
What, 33, 34, and 35?
33, he says, is the border of entry to mid-30s.
No, I would say that's 34, 35, and 36. Doesn't that make more sense?
I lean towards you to that opinion. This is his opinion. He says 30, 31, 32, that's early 30s. 33, 34, 35 is mid-30s. 36 is what's known as mid to late. Because there is mid to late 30s, which is then he says 36, 37 is mid to late, 38, 39 is late 30s. And then you adopt the same setup for the 40s, 50s.
I don't want to talk about where they're at. They're just numbers.
Okay. So at the age of 36, though, you're getting into your late 30s, early 40s. What do you see? Look in the crystal balls.
Work-wise, I have no idea.
Okay.
More of the same in the print shop aspect. Possibly like what we're doing with World Market. That multiplied would be one of my dreams. That's just one of my, just to share. It's one of my dreams.
Yeah, I think doing what we do now is so much fun. Mm-hmm. That
I have nothing to edit or like if we were doing exactly what we're doing right now and making the same amount of money as right now, I would be totally fine with that.
I would take a loss.
Yeah, I think I would too.
As crazy as that might sound, I would take a loss.
No, I would be.
Because I feel like we're having a lot of fun with what we do.
Yeah.
And it's like at the same time, like doctors and stuff, they get paid what they're supposed to get paid. I believe in people getting paid what they're supposed to get paid.
Yeah.
And it's like we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of.
Especially if we're gonna have kids
ridiculous.
And things like this, and we might be able to parlay the children. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about that after they're born.
Fine.
Parlay the children.
I think the firstborn's name should be Content, and the second, second child's name would just be called what? More content.
Hashtag.
Oh, hashtag.
That's bag. I said that's bag instead of bad.
You know that there's a kid out there named hashtag.
I meant to say bad, and I said that's bag.
Well, this has been an episode of the All About It podcast. You know? Has this been the best one?
Oh my God.
You know? We're not here to judge.
No, we're not.
But you are. Why don't you let us know in the comment section below? allaboutpodcast@gmail.com. All About Podcast on Instagram is where we would appreciate feedback, criticism, episode topics. The episode topics that we've received are great.
Thank you.
And we appreciate all the feedback.
They're on our list.
So, also, rating and review, Apple Podcasts. It is still something that is meaningful for the show to get a more audience, listeners and so forth, viewers, audiences, people hearing it. Also, if you like to support the show, if you feel so inclined, arielv.com is the place to do it. Prints and presets, use the code ALLABOUTIT at checkout to receive 20% off. It's a Black Friday weekend special, year-round.
Year-round, baby.
For the people that we love more than ourselves.
Christmas all the time.
Which is...
all of you.
Say.
Thank you for watching and listening to the show. We really appreciate it. Comment below. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Finger licking bad to the bone. Until next time.
Bye.